Hello, it's very good to be with you for this midweek thought. Now, unless you've been living in a cave, you will know that on Sunday night, football wasn't coming home. I suppose some of us would maybe have been hopeful that perhaps England might just have pipped Spain to the post, but in a dramatic match, unfortunately, Spain were the victors, and rightly so. They were the better team. I love watching more or less any sport. I like the idea of competition, and I particularly like watching international football. Sometimes watching England can be painful, but I always support England because they're my team. I'm from that country, so why wouldn't I? One of the other things I like doing is to investigate the people who are playing for them. I usually go through the team sheet, and I try and find out a little bit more about the players in it, from both sides actually, because I find that interesting. I find what are their lives like? Well, obviously their lives are very different from ours. For a start, being a professional footballer is the life of an athlete. Huge amounts of training, these days very strict diets, and it's also a highly competitive and quite a brutal sport. Is a brutal way to make a living in some ways. Many don't make it, some make it to the top, and of course they do earn good money once they get to the top, but it doesn't take much to knock you off your perch in this game. So how do you cope with that? I often wonder. Well, one young man, Bukayo Saka, who's played very well in the Euro 2024 competition, and also plays for Arsenal, is also a Christian. And I recently watched a very, very short video about him and his faith. And he said, I believe in God, and he said, every day I read, every evening when I go to bed, I try to read the Bible. And this is the Bible my dad gave me, he said, and it looked a bit like this one actually. He said, because that's how I get to know God, and that's how I can find out more about him, and I love reading the stories. And of course, his faith, and he's since expressed that his faith helps him get through the games, but also has been the one thing in his career that has given him stability. And so there's just a little lesson for us all there, that reading the Bible, and I often say this, I probably say it pretty well every time, reading the Bible is really important to us if we want to know more about God and Jesus. And we can read those stories, the stories that Bukayo Saka was talking about, and get to know him. So yes, it's the usual message from me. Just try and read the Bible a little bit every day, and I can't express what a benefit it is. For some of us, we'll read it in the morning. I tend to read it over my cereal in the morning or my breakfast. Bukayo Saka reads it before he goes to sleep, and maybe he gets a good night's sleep from that. So let me encourage you. Football might not be coming home, but certainly the Bible is there, and God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit are there every day of the week, and they are at home with us. Have a good rest of the week. Bye.